We are surrounded by all kinds of objects: wooden chairs, metal fans, plastic bottles, but beneath what we can see lies a hidden, microscopic world, the quantum world. And at its core, everything around us, no matter how different it seems, is made from the same fundamental building blocks: atoms. Let's take a look at the structure of an atom. At the center is the nucleus, which contains protons and neutrons. Protons have a positive charge, while neutrons are neutral, carrying no charge. Protons and neutrons are almost identical in mass, but they're much heavier than the third particle, the electron, which we will look at next. Surrounding the nucleus are electrons, tiny particles that carry a negative charge. Electrons move around the nucleus in regions called electron shells. In this atomic structure, there are 2 protons in the nucleus and 2 electrons orbiting in the electron shells. Since the number of protons and electrons is equal, their positive and negative charges cancel each other out, making the atom overall neutral. But atoms aren't always neutral. Sometimes they gain or lose electrons, which causes the charges to become unbalanced, resulting in either a positive or negative charge. When this happens, the atom is no longer neutral and is called an ion. If it has lost electrons, it becomes a positive ion or cation. If it has gained electrons, it becomes a negative ion or anion. It's important to understand that the number of protons in the nucleus doesn't change when an ion forms, only the number of electrons. Now let's explore how atoms are organized in the periodic table, and how everything we've learned about protons, electrons, and neutrons fits into this system. This is a simplified periodic table. When we zoom in on specific boxes, we will highlight all the details. As you can see, the periodic table is made of boxes with letters and numbers in. Each box represents a type of atom, like the ones we've been looking at in this video. However, in the periodic table, they are called elements. Let's use lithium as an example to break down the information in its periodic table box. Every element is given a symbol. Lithium's is Li. In the bottom left corner, you'll find the atomic number, which tells us the number of protons in the atom. For lithium, the atomic number is 3, meaning it has 3 protons. In the top left corner is the mass number, which represents the total number of protons and neutrons combined. To find the number of neutrons, we subtract the atomic number from the mass number. For lithium, the mass number is 7, so 7 minus 3 gives us 4 neutrons. This means lithium has 3 protons and 4 neutrons, giving it a mass number of 7. Now what about the electrons? Since we're talking about atoms, not ions, atoms are always neutral. This means the number of positive protons is equal to the number of negative electrons. So, if lithium has 3 protons, it must also have 3 electrons to balance the charge. So the atomic number also tells us how many electrons are in the atom. So there we have it. That concludes our video on atoms. You would have learnt about the structure of atoms. You also would have learnt about the role of electrons in forming ions, as well as how an atom's composition can be decoded using the information on the periodic table.